Hey guys, how are you guys doing today? Hopefully everybody's doing great. So today, I want to ask you a question and I want to show you something. So the question is, are you awake? All right, so let's get into it. So, awakening, what is it to be awake? So, let me ask you this. Are you able to process this causality, non-local universe reality we live in? Are you able to see between the veil of what we call an illusionary objective reality? Are you able to read the codex or the signs that are hidden internal reality? Are you able to see, comprehend the synchronicities behind the veil? Are you able to see that this universe or this reality is what we call a causality reality? Everything comes in through a cause and effect. Are you able to decode this to become a deliberate creator of your life? Or are you still asleep? Are you a person that just goes by fate, chance, luck? Do you just go with what you think is the flow when things happen in your life? It's just what it is. Are you a person that thinks that there's something or someone else that's controlling your destiny? That external events, external factors affect your ability to deliberately create or master your life? That's asleep. The latter is awake. So, question is, are you awake? So let's talk deeper into what it is and how you can tap into that level of understanding or awareness. So an awakened person is a person who can see the internal workings of reality. They can comprehend how their mind, their spirit interacts with what we call reality, and they can deliberately manipulate it, for a better word, or they can deliberately control it to affect any area of their life to create whatever they want. That's the secret. You must become awake. Wake up, don't sleep. A person who's asleep is an individual who is ignorant of these information or this knowledge. They believe and they were taught that their world, their mind, is controlled by something or someone else, that they have to depend or rely on external factors to change and create their lives. Check this out. Let me show you something. I want you to consider this. Every experience that you have right now is only unique to you and you alone. That says a lot. I opened this up by speaking about what I called, we said, the external or objective reality. It's an illusion. There's no such thing as an objective reality. Everything is subjective. Everything moves from a nanoparticle or quantum realm into what we see as visible light or real reality. So you have a personal experience only independent to you. Not your wife, not your boyfriend, not your girlfriend, not your pet dog, your cat, none of it. Matter of fact, you could be in the same space and time. You could be right next to me right now, and we're both talking. We're in the same, occupying the same non-local space-time causality. We're right here together, but both of us have two different experiences. Exhibit or internal to us and us alone. I can say how you feel. You can say, hey, I feel this way. But deep down, I can never comprehend how you feel or how you interact. I can say I feel you, but that's an overall objective perception. So no one can ever feel what you feel. They say, oh yeah, I feel that way. That's actually inaccurate, because down to every cell in your body is your own unique vibrational pattern. So what does this say about the state of awakening or being awake? Well, it says that everything has a cause, right? We live in a causality universe, cause and effect. So everything that you see in front of you has a cause. Who's the cause? That's right, you. Internally, we create internally from our internal reality. All of us do. That's the secret of being awake. An awakened person is a person that understands that their reality and the subjective world is controlled by them and them alone. No other outside factors and no outside influences. The thing is this, the matrix, or what we call this prism of false reality, what it does, it programs or grooms us to believe, to rely on something else, not self-reliance. They taught you how to rely objective reliance, not self-reliance. You know, that's the thing. And our minds, the way our minds are equipped to work with this world or this reality is we have two parts of the mind, and they have to work together in order to create, to get alignment. You have to have your conscious intentions match your subconscious desires and intentions. When that happens, that's how we get what we get. So knowing that, we've been programmed in an inaccurate way to see our world and our reality. I want you to consider that. So think to yourself, whoa, what's going on here? Well, what's going on is that when you can tap into and become an awakened person, when you can tap into that, then you can see behind the scenes, and then you can use that to help you. That's where you can interact with synchronicities. That's where you can experience the universe, your higher guides. That's where you can experience what we call divine teachers, masters, spirit guides, helpers, higher self. Because again, our reality is really subjective. There are always, in everywhere we go, there are codes that exist in the universe. There are signs and pathways, and they're constantly communicating to us through what we call numbers, synchronicities, your awareness, your dreams. And if you're asleep, there's no way you can pick that up. So in order for you to pick that up, you have to be an awakened person. So the question is, how do I become awake? Well, there's two ways to become awake. One is organically awakened. That means your higher self wakes you up, says, hey, it's time for you to do your purpose. The other way to become awakened is to have a sense of total awareness, to be in sense of what's happening, to think critically, to have open mind, to question things and to see it. You start to do that, then you become awakened. So that's the true power of an awakened individual. See that? See how powerful or potent that information is? Because you see, the secret is really this, guys. That when you become an awakened person, or you are awake, then you understand what we call alchemy, or you understand how physics work with energy and matter. Any individual that can understand that is a total creator. They're a master of reality. Because all this is, it's an experience. You are here for an experience. That's it. Every emotion you feel in your body is driven for an experience. Love is an experience. Hate is an experience. Happiness is an experience. Why is it an experience? Because your entire body feels it. The cells in your body, they circulate, they create chemicals, they create electrical signals, and boom, you get a feeling. So if you think about it, we are all here for an experience. So what is the biggest factor that's going to create our experience? Here it is. The biggest thing that creates experience is a state of constant feeling. How we feel in the moment, at every given moment, is a determining factor of what we're creating. Not necessarily what you're thinking. Your thoughts are the tools to generate that. Let's think about this. You could be thinking of something and be feeling differently, right? You may be thinking of something positive, but internally you still feel lack or negative. So what are you creating then? Guess what? You're not creating what you're thinking. You're actually creating what you're feeling. See that? That's a big understanding you have to have. So the biggest secret for any individual who wants to master or become an awakened soul or this awakened person, you have to start to master your feelings and control it. And here's a secret that you can use right now. And it's very easy to use. It actually puts you in. You can just say this one simple phrase. Every time during the day, just ask yourself this question. Hey, you can say, like me, hey Mark, what am I feeling now? So what are you feeling now? So what that does, it brings your mind back into the present moment, to the awakened world, and then you can say, whoa, I am feeling lack, or I'm feeling abundant. So next question is, what is feeling lack? What is feeling abundant like? What is feeling rich? What is feeling wealthy? Is there a secret to all of this? Is there a secret feeling, because every individual says, well, if it's the feelings and anything, how can I feel it? Well, here it is, very simple. Anytime you feel good or you feel happy, that's abundant, that's wealth. Anytime you feel anxious, nervous, doubtful, worry, that's lack. See the two duality right there? Two causality. So let me go back to causality. Causality is what creates everything. Without a cause, it has to have an effect. So cause creates an effect. So you're the cause. So I want you to get the point where what I'm saying and I'm showing you here is, it's not deliberately saying, hey man, I caused all this bad stuff in my life, everything. No, what I'm saying is how you perceive something and your perception. Now, every individual has their own independent, unique experience, right? Because as I said before, we live in a subjective reality, right? So that means there are certain things that may affect you from an outside perspective or individual, but yet again, you still have control, because how it comes into you, you still have what? How you react. Your reaction time or your reaction feeling will determine the state of the outcome of that situation. So being awakened is the understanding that this is a veil, that behind this is the true workings of the universe. And it brings it to a greater point to show you that now, if that's the true working of the universe, that it creates in this etheric form where everything is a static electricity or static foam of quantum soup particles, then what does it say about you and I? Well, breaking news, we are all part of that system or that foam or that creation. So if you understand that, that's when the signs will start to bombard you. That's when they'll follow you. And then when you follow them, there are codes, I call them codex. There are codes of messages in every sign. See, the one thing about being an awakened individual is that once you tap in, you're tap in, man. That's it. Once you're tap in, you're done. You're in. And you will be constantly guided. And it's up to you to be able to pick up those constant signs, those constant awareness, those constant guides and directions. That's how you can deliberately shape and shift your reality or your world to create whatever you want. See that? So that's what you have to do. So make the choice. Stay asleep, become awake. Remember, when you're sleeping, you have no purpose, you have no destiny, you're going with the tide, your life is living by chance, fate, people have control over you, what you see is real, what you see is what you get. That's the matrix, man. Awakened, you see the veil, you realize the power is within you, you create, you're the cause and the effect of your world. Your world materializes according to how you feel and how you expect it. Physics shows us this. That's the biggest revealing of this thing. So become awake. See that your purpose will be driven and be given. When you're awake, that's when you find your purpose and your passion, because it's in the codex, it's in the codes. So all this brings a bigger encompass of the entire system of the universe, right? Remember, we live in a causality, non-local universe. What does that mean? Causality means cause and effect. What does local mean? Time is actually an illusion. There is no time. Everything happens right now. Everything is entangled. That's non-locality, meaning that there is no irrelevance of time. It's all a concept. It's all conceptual. It's all illusion. What time is really entropy, which is a state of cause and effect. Because of our minds are so limited, we develop a system to catch up with it, to make sense for us. And that's what we invent and call time. So the system is everything is now. And when you can peer into that, then you can actually take control and deliberately, what? Create your life. So, are you awake?